I'm going to take the two seats out of the car. I was in two minds about taking the seats out. Luna gets on very well in the back seat, in the middle seat, and she can strap around. She's quite happy. Well, Luna can jump up 6 foot, like, no problem to her. But we Diesel yesterday, and even though I've got the covers on the seat, Diesel's jumping in, and he can't get the height. He's pulling the cover off. Muck's going on the seats, and yesterday he's a 40 plus kilogram Alsatian. Even when he takes up two seats, he can't turn. And the poor wee thing was sitting there yesterday as we backed the door, opened the door to feed him. I put his foot outside, and he just fell straight back. And the door was open about 20 seconds, but when he was trying to shuffle around, he fell straight back onto the ground. So no good. He's 9 years old, and I prefer seats out of the car anyway, but just like where we Luna been so small, I think she liked the extra height. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to take out these two seats here, leave the third one in. Front seat, the better if Diesel was at the front. I don't want Luna at the front, because Luna will not stay at peace. She will be up on top of my seat and down with the brake pedals and everything. So I'm going to keep the two seats in the front. Take out these two seats. Luna, I'll see if she'll sit in that seat over there. I'll see how she gets on. But one seat's big enough for Luna. I might even get a wee bit of a cushion and fill up that gap, so Luna can have a rectangle there. Plenty of room to lie and sprawl out. And if Diesel ever comes, Diesel can lie here. So all you need to take these out. A bit more awkward than the old Picasso. This is a 2015 C4 Picasso. And the old Picasso seats just slotted out. These ones you have to screw them out. One of these spanners things here. I've got a set of them. But another thing with these seats too, they're wired up. They've got a wire underneath. So if somebody doesn't put the seatbelt on, and you got the weight on the seat, the car picks up but they haven't got the seatbelt on and sets the alarm off. It doesn't pick up Luna's weight. Come to think of it, you know what, they didn't even pick up Diesel. They didn't have no seatbelts and the alarm didn't come on anyway. But either way, there's a wee wire to pull off underneath. The first time you take it off, it's pretty tight because of the way they've got clipped in. So you got 4 clips down here. See, there's a bog rotten here, like it needs a good hoover out. It's very easy to hoover out once the two front ones are the awkward ones. I'm not going to film this whole thing. You put wee ratchets in sideways. The screws are pretty long, and then what I do when I've got the seat out is I put the screws back into the floor, so you're not going to lose them. But the other thing I'll show now, you get the back ones, pull your seat forward, fold it down, and the back ones is easy. So there's the back ones there, like. You've got 4 of them. And then there's your control for the seat. I say, normally that's clipped onto the seat. It's a bit awkward to get at. But you just unclip that. So see them with these connectors. They're like Rubik's Cubes, aren't they? You can never mind how to unclip them. So I'm going to need 2 hands to look at that again. There's a wee bit of a... must push that down there so I can unclip it. You need to watch you don't break them, like. Because come MOT and stuff, you have to put everything back together. I'll just check this quickly and find out. Alright, so it's quite simple. That wee lever there, you push that down. I mean, you push that down there, it simply pulls out. I can't really do it with 2 hands, one hand on the phone, can I? I haven't got my GoPro yet. So that's all it is. It's a very simple mechanism. It just pushes that up and down, like. So it's easy to disconnect. That's it done. So I'll take out these 4 screws now. But it's handier doing the front 2 first. And because they're the awkward ones to do. The back ones is easy. And once the front 2's done, slide it forward. And then you do the back. Got the front 2 out now. See anybody's got any wee veins? I took most of them out with my fingers. It's very, very tight. If you got any wee veins, wee fingers, give them 50p. They'll take it out for you. Save time. The back ones are simple. You can do that with your wee T thing up the ways. That's a lot easier. I've learned it. She's keeping an eye. She likes to keep an eye on things. Makes moving the carriage far easier. So the nuts are pretty loose. It's just getting access to them, like. Now the first time you do this, the wire will be attached to the seat, and you won't get it out as easy as me. You might have to take the screw out first before you can sort of pull that off. She's clicked on underneath the seat. Long way slide us back now. And seats ready to come out. But storing seats, don't just chuck them in the shed and think that it's safe. My old car, a wee nice nested in one of my seats. And you don't want to keep them damp, so if you can keep them in the house, it's better. Because they're blue mould and stuff. Just put the screws back into place now. Now Diesel's a big boy. I might try and get that levelled off for him. Because same with these out flexes, all you can do is you can't really get rid of them. Just cover them up. So you put your wee nuts back in, then come to MOT, they'll be there. What I do then is do the same with the second one. The front seat in these cars are a handling. And I couldn't find nothing on YouTube to show me. And Citreon, my local Citreon garage didn't have the tool in stock. They had an oil garage had the tool in stock, and they said then they couldn't do it because they couldn't allow it. I'll go and show you the problem. Main problem you have with a Citreon C4 removing seats is this boy here. The seat belt is attached on both sides. You see the wee slot there? Should be a wee tool goes down on there. There is a tool. You will not buy it on eBay. You won't even find it in Google search. The tool doesn't exist. You see the main one's a big catch. That's a wee small catch. That seat, it's on. That's a seat restraint. It's on the seat, but it screws off. You can screw that cover off there, and you get a wee bar and you push it, and it on clicks the same as that. Same as that's got a button. That's the exact same process. But if you imagine that button there was broke off, the mechanism's inside to release it, but you can't get out the mechanism. You take off that cover there, nothing falls apart, there's no springs to pop out. That comes apart and you push down your wee clip and it pops out. The only thing is the second one. When I took out the second seat the first time, I don't know how these connectors came apart. I couldn't see them, and this one accidentally broke a bit, but it doesn't matter. It still goes in. But so the wee push button is broke off now. So that you pull off that one, you get that one before you take the seat out. But once you turn the seat over, there's a second one. So this is only the middle seat. The middle seat's got two of them. See that wee plastic clip? That'll be clipped onto the frame of the seat. So I have it clipped off. So you get a better idea of the wee button now. There's the wee button there. Push the button in. I don't have to hold the other side this time so I can show. Push the wee button in tight and it just slides out. Like so. Simple wee catch. But you see when it's clipped onto the chair now and you're fiddling underneath, you don't know. And then when I put it back together then with MOT, I don't bother clipping it back on the chair. It doesn't have to be clipped on the chair. So that's the middle one. The third one only has one electrical clip. So the two outside one's one electrical clip, the middle one's got two. And then these other cables, they're the ones hardwired under the car, they stay there. So whenever you put something on the car, you try and hide them so they don't get broke, like, just stick them in there, like. They don't get broke. All says your dog has to be restrained in the car. That's a wee thing I got here on eBay. It just simply goes round. But the thing you got to remember, see all these wee dog safety harnesses and everything else? Whenever a car is tested, they crash them into walls, crash them into other cars. You get your rating 5 stars, whatever it is. No harness that you buy is tested. If you're in an accident with a dog, anything you buy, whether it be in Halfords or whatever, is going to fail. They put in the test dummies, they put in the wee test dummy babies and all that there, and cherry cots. They don't put in dogs. They will all fail. That one will fail very quickly there. All that is there for is to stop her rampaging around the car and in the front seat. That's what they're meant for. Because when they want you to strain a dog, they don't want a dog to distract the driver. Don't think it's a safety thing. And your dog's better off flying out of the car. Paramedics aren't going to come and help your dog if it's in an accident. They'll cut the car up and they'll get you out the fire brigade and all that. If your dog can roll out of the car through a window or something like that, it's a better chance of survival than it does being strapped in the car. That's what I reckon anyway. Or else you want instant death. But to have a pup on, I watched some of the crash things on YouTube. There is some there available. There was one's advertising a strap, an American company advertising a strap. First time to see it, and every single mechanism failed, except theirs, of course. But there you have it. So you can see that there now. I'll get the hoover out now. I'll have that hoovered in no time. Because the problem with hoovering, you see them seats of mine, they don't touch the carpet. The above, there's a space underneath. Dirt all goes underneath. You try and hoover in there, that's a hassle, like. And things just pile up. I'll get the hoover out now. That'll be hoovered in no time. All I have to do now is put my 4 wee bolts in here. And I'll see about getting out a wee comfortable doggy bed and all now for Diesel. I'll put a thick blanket on it for comfort, and then I'll put the waterproof, not the waterproof, the fleece thing that takes the water, because he's always mucky. And I'll just throw it in the wash machine. Them big fleeces, that you get them in little. And what I would do, if I say it was pure soaked one day and the tap's all muck, I would turn it inside out for the second day, and then put it in the washing machine. I like a wee towel. Towel only does one go. I was at 3 or 4 towels yesterday. They soak up the water too quick and they stay soaked. You need something thicker to hold all the water. Like wee Luna's no problem. That's why I didn't bother taking the seats out for Luna. All my other dogs I had them out, but I thought it might be a disadvantage having them out with Luna. So I'm leaving that third one in there for Luna. If she doesn't use it, see how do I strap her on if I didn't? The only thing I have is up here is this recorder. A phone's awkward. I could attach a wee harness thing onto this, so you can still move around, but it's not really stopping her going into the front, is it? So now I'll keep that wee seat on so you can sit in that. See how it goes. Done now. That's very handy for Diesel now. Wee Luna can sit in that seat there. I put the dog bed underneath, doubled the dog bed up. This here is doubled and tripled and all the rest to soak up all the water and stuff. Now what I'll do then, if it's soaking wet, I'll throw a towel on top of that. And then the towel will get the most of the water off and take the towel away. Job done. We'll try it out this evening and see what Diesel thinks of it.